Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Edgar and this is Horde of the Board channel. We're continuing our buyer's guide for Christmas in this cold December. I'm here in my PJs getting ready for bed, but I wanted to film um, another video, and this is the cooperative category. And what's better than to co-op with your friends in a game and try to meet an objective or do a campaign or whatever it is that the game asks you to do. I have some different games here, so let's get to it. Cooperative games, let's go. So, our first category is um, our first game, is Army of the Dead. It's actually Zombicide in general, but I put Army of the Dead because that one is actually the newest. It's been the longest in like development or something for maybe it was rights or something, but now you can get it. It's Army of the Dead, a Zombicide game, but there are lots of Zombicides. 1 to 6 players, 60 minutes, age 14 and up, and the weight can vary depending on the version of Zombicide. This is a 2.50. Um, if you like Zombicide, you would. Well, this one is like a no-brainer. If you're new to Zombicide, I would stick to the base game. I just put this one in because it's the newest one. They're all like separately playable, the base games of different Zombicides, and basically you are this is from the movie Army of the Dead from Zack Snyder on Netflix. Um, it's from Simon Global Limited, and you have these. You have to do objectives, and you're gonna have these maps that are different depending on the scenario, and some spawn points. And you start somewhere. You have to do some missions, and then you encounter zombies, and you can also search for items. You can level up. Uh, so this is the cover. There's a lot of menus in there, a lot of characters. I don't think that plastic standee comes with the game. Oh, this one has a time tag, personal objectives. That's new for this one, I think. This is another scenario, and here you have the characters, and you have slots for 2 items, and you can put 3 in your backpack, and these slots over here. And you have a few actions. You can move, you can search and stuff like that, and use weapons, craft weapons as well. And you can you have to try to do the mission. Um, there's also like this safe mini game here I heard because that's like in the movie, and yeah, you try to not die, basically. So if one of you dies, the mission is over. So here you see some zombies, and this a weird zombie with a stick and a head on a horse, and a zombie tiger, and some other zombies. Oh, zombie Elvis! If you want some zombie Elvis, get this game. Um, so yeah, I think they're just showing off minis here. Yeah, this is a bit more colorful with the Las Vegas pink type of thing. Uh, you have machetes, and you have to roll dice to do attacks depending on which item you have and what the range is. It's a nice cooperative game. You have to really rely on each other. So that is Army. That is Zombicide. All the Zombicides. I think you cannot go wrong with any Zombicide. I really want to play the Wild Wild West one because I heard that one is good as well. So yeah, that is the Zombicide. Oh, this is one of the characters. And so if you level up, you also get extra abilities. So and then you choose, for example, in blue, this is her ability. Then you go to yellow, you get this one. In orange, you can choose one of these. Okay, it's in a different language, but and then in red, you get one of these. No English version here, but you get the idea. Okay, my second game is a game that I played with friends, A friend of mine has it, and that is Bomb Busters. Bomb Busters is from Cocktail Games. Um, actually, Pegasus Spieler is the distributor, by the way. Actually, is one of the publishers. Um, it's from 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes, ages 10 and up, and weighs about 2.03 on the BDG scale. This is a game where you are, depending on how many people there are, you're gonna have this timer on a board, and um, and depending on the people, you're gonna have some special items here. Then everybody will get like these. Depending on the number of players, you get the amount of these tiles. But you have to keep them hidden on this platform here, on this standee, and you're gonna put them in order. And at the beginning, you're gonna uh, take a small tile and put it in front of you to denote one number. So that's like your starting hint. Because you're trying to diffuse bombs and not cut the red wire. And you have to cut wires that are similar to the wires that you have. So if I have a 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, and 12s, I can only say this is a 12 or this is a 2. You cannot say numbers that you don't have. Um, for example, these 7s already cut. So, and the thing is, because they're in order, if someone cuts a 10, they know like, hey, this is a 10. Besides, it could be a 9 or another 10, because you can have two tens, or this one could be a 10 or an 11 or a 12 or higher. This one has to be higher or the same, or this would be the same or lower. And you have a few turns to do that. You have the timer here depending on the players. If you have wrong guesses, it goes down. These chips are to denote how many. The thing is, if all the sevens are already out, you can put it on the board to easily see on the main board like which numbers are already out. You don't have to look at other players. Um, and there's also these yellow wires. And the thing is, you have like different missions. You can start very easily with the first mission. Um, you can do them as different scenarios. You can even do like not really a campaign, but do like these story missions. Not really story missions. Like, between story and campaign, you have different levels of complexity, and but you can also do one-offs. It's like I think mission 1 until 15 is like one-offs. I think from say 15 you can do them in order, which is cool. And then you also have the yellow wires, because if you do a yellow wire like here, you have to say and you can know which yellow wire is in, because it's going to be this is an 8.1. So between 8 and 9 there's going to be this cube here, and this is also to denote which one is the red wire. So the red wire is between a 7 and an 8. You don't want to try to reach for a 7 like in the middle or something, because you can cut the red wire. Um, and Yeah, the yellow wires, you want to say, hey, I think this is a yellow wire. And then you show a yellow wire. Doesn't matter which one. And it's really fun. It's like really tense. And everybody has this one. Then it's a double detector. Then they can point at two adjacent ones and say, one of these two. I don't know if it's like only adjacent ones, but I think it is. You can say, I think one of these two is a 5. Instead of saying only, I think this is a 5. So you can have like a more wide range by picking two, thinking this. I think one of these two is a 5, and if it is a 5, they show the 5. And maybe it was not the one that you thought it was, but because you're uh, say, pointing to two, you have more chance of getting that one. But then you flip the card. This is a one use only. But you can use these special cards in the middle as soon as two of those numbers are uh, revealed. For example, this is a 4, and you can use this ability. Anybody can use it in depending on which part of the turn. Maybe it's only in your turn, but it says on the card, and those make it a little bit easier to do. Maybe like skip your turn, because if you have no clues, like I'm going to use that card to skip the turn if it says skip the turn, and it has like 66 missions. Amazing. If you really like these tense games, I would suggest you check this one out. That's Bomb Busters. My next pick is one that I have, and I just picked. There are different versions. There are a few base games and a lot of expansions, and that's Marvel United. I really like the Marvel United X Men Core box because I like X Men a lot, and it's a cooperative game. Um, but the normal Marvel United is the Avengers, the first one that came out. It's from Simon, 1 to 5 players, 40 minutes, ages 40 and up, and weighs about 1.96. Um, this one also has a play mat, so I'm just gonna. So, actually, this play mat really makes it a little bit more visually interesting. It's not included in the game, but you don't need it, by the way. You're gonna set up these. You're gonna choose a character. You're gonna choose a villain to go against. So they're going against Mystique, and the different villains have different ways of winning. And the thing is, you're gonna pick a character, uh, depending on where the you're gonna get a deck, of course, and depending on where the villain starts, you start at the other side because you have these locations which you choose, or you choose randomly, or you choose a few of them, and every bad guy also come with these cards that go on here, which you can get rid of because they're a little bit in the way. And you're gonna can't remember if the villain starts or not, but um, you can. I think the people that are playing the game start, and if you play with 4 people, um, that's the max. But you always have 3 people that go first before the villain goes, and they're gonna play a card. If they play, for example, here Storm. Storm has 2 wild icons, so she can do two uh, of any action, and one of that you can do an action of getting uh, uh, attacking these henchmen here, these side villains, and get rid of their health and get rid of their card. Or they can get attack these henchmen to get rid of them off the board because you don't want to overflow a location, because if they cannot fit, usually that's bad for you. Or you want to rescue these civilians, and whatever you do, you're gonna put the tokens on the card. So if you beat uh, the bad tokens, the bad guy tokens, you put them here. If you reach rescue civilians, you put them there. And as soon as one of these cards gets um, removed from here, some cards you have to put heroic tokens on them. Then you're gonna put this token there. As soon as 2 of these are gone, so if they're full, you take the card off, and then the villain is exposed, and you can attack the villain. You see here, there's a stack of tokens. That is the health. Um, but the thing is, if you play the next person to play, for example, here Cyclops played first, so you had a move and a heroic action. Heroic action is to get rid, put some tokens here, heroic tokens, or save a civilian. But then if Storm plays, she can do this action and the action of the card before, directly before her card. So you really have to cooperate. And it's like, hey, I don't have any movement now, and I'm not the next player. Can someone before me place a movement so that I can move? So if someone plays a movement and an attack, it's like, oh, thank you. I have uh, an heroic action and an attack. Uh, so now I have 2 attacks, an heroic action, and a move. So I can maybe beat a bad guy in my place, move, and you can do them in any order, and then rescue and attack again. It's really nice. The minis are amazing. Uh, this doesn't get to the table enough. I think I should bring this to the library because we have like a thing in the library that we can play games, and this one would fit right in there. I'll show you some more pictures. Look at the minis, awesome. I started painting a few of them. I started painting Gambit. Gambit is completely done basically. Maybe some touch-ups, but I should get back to it. Is Gambit? Ah, they didn't put Gambit here. Uh, I started doing Magneto, but Magneto is hard because of the beams and stuff like that. There's no Gambit here. Oh, Gambit's from the expansion. Oh, this is Gambit. I love painting Gambit. That was very, very nice. And all the cards have different. Some of them have like text above, which only you can do, which is really cool. And here you see like a whole collection of Marvel United. Oh, did someone paint this? This one's already cool. This one was transparent, but they painted him white, which I don't know why you would do that, honestly. So yeah, and you can get knocked out. Your hand is basically your life. So basically, if you get attacked, you lose a card and stuff like that. If you get knocked out, all your cards go to the bottom, and you draw again. But then you have to get up. Really cool game. Really cool system. I love it. I hope they evolve the system for other games. There's DC United coming out, but I like Marvel more. That is Marvel United. My next game is a game that really surprised me. I played the video game, and that's Slay the Spire, by the way. You already, maybe you saw it already. Um, Slay the Spire is a roguelike game. Slay the Spire, the board game, is from Contention Games. 1 to 4 players, 30 to 150 minutes, ages 12 and up, weight 2.90. It is a very cool game. You can play one-offs. You can play like in the game. So you go up to 4 bosses, and then see if you can if you're still alive after the boss, the fourth boss. Or no, it's three bosses. Um, so you're gonna go up this track. You're gonna have your own character and your own deck, but your deck can be upgraded. The cards that are there, I think it comes with sleeves. The cards that are there can be upgraded to the other side, which are better cards. The cards that you buy or get from defeating monsters and mid bosses and the main boss that is here on the top from X1. Um, those can give you cards, and every character is unique. One of them throws daggers. I had this one that has the orbs. I love this guy. He can summon orbs and do things with orbs, but like getting shields. And you put the character, the minis here on this side, and you're gonna put some. Every time that you go to a space, you go, you put some enemies here, and enemies you can attack. Uh, if you don't do enough attack damage, they can attack back. And the thing is, you will start over again next round. Um, and yeah, that is. For example, you can buy this is the shop. If you go to a shop, um, you can buy new cards in different tiers. You reveal three card rewards. They cost 2, 3, or 6, depending on where you draw them from. You have different decks. You can remove a card for 3. These are like things you can get. Some of them are one time, and some of them are not. So in the start of combat, you draw 2 cards on top of the cards that you already have. Some of them are activated with the dice, and the dice also activates the things on the cards. For example, an enemy can have different dice things, and depending on which dice is which number is rolled, that is the action he's going to take. Sometimes he will get a shield, and you have to get more damage to go through the shield. Sometimes he will attack you. Sometimes he will weaken you. Um, and so on and so on. Sometimes you get these cards, ethereal or this uh, put in discard pile. You take a damage if this card is in your hand, stuff like that. It's really nice. I really like this game. It was out of stock for a while, but I think they put it back in stock. This was on Kickstarter, but I think it's now readily available, and it's really nice. It's really a nice. If you like deck builder, this is a no brainer. You're gonna work together on defeating these foes and trying to get as high as possible. My next game is a game that I have here. but I didn't pick the my version. My version is with Universal monsters, but this is Horrified. Horrified, the newest iteration is World of Monsters. Uh, there's also this Krampus pack that you can get if you're really in the Christmas spirit. It's from Ravensburger, 1 to 5 players, 60 minutes, ages 10 and up, and weighs about 2.40. Um, it's a game where you, depending on how difficult you want to make it, you can put all 5 monsters in. There are 5 monsters in every base set. Um, but you can also like just start with one monster or with two, and they are all different. They have their own sheets, how they act, how they move around the board, and you're trying to defeat them uh, by getting items from the board and doing different things because the items work differently for every monster. You have to do different things. Every monster has their own weakness. This one has, for example, Cthulhu. It has some other monsters in it. Uh, it has this mummy. It has this weird demon thing with lots of eyes. And you go running around the board, but you're also trying to um, save these villagers. And these villagers want to go to some certain spaces. The thing is, if they attack the villagers, the more horror will go up. And if they attack too many villagers and they're out of the game because they get killed, you'll also lose the game. Um, so yeah, it's a very nice game. I'm actually curious about this one. I have the one with Dracula and Bride of Frankenstein and so on. And well, maybe I will get this one and sell the other ones. This one looks a little bit more interesting. The other one is still good, but it doesn't hit the table that much. But I always forget that if I go to the library, there are like people that don't like the very heavy games, and this one should actually be a good hit. So I will just take my. And the thing is, your character also has like a power. For example, one person can pick up items because you're gonna put items on the board. They're gonna respawn from a bag, and there's like a guy that can do it from one space away, which is really cool. Um, oh, this one really looks interesting. Oh, this one is nice. I like it's like it's. I like that it's like a book. These are the investigator, fortune teller. They have different classes. Really, really nice. So that is Horrified. Uh, that's a subtitle. Horrified World of Monsters. Oh, look at this eye. So, and for my pick, it's a game that I know a little bit about. I saw that Essen and it was not for sale, or else I think I would have bought it, and my choice would have been different. But I saw it behind glass at. I think it was part of a just a setup for a company that does production for uh, uh, board game productions, and not really the company itself. I think. Um, and they showed off like they made things for the game, and they showed off Kinfire Chronicles, and it looked really cool. It's from Incredible Dream Studios, 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes, ages 40 and up, and weighs about 2.81. This is, by the way, Chronicles Nightfall. I think this is the base game. There are some expansions for it. I don't know if there's standalone expansions including that one or not. Um, but you can adventuring, battle, and exploration, and and you can rest before a battle, and it's a cooperative game. Um, you have to draw chits out of the bag. Each enemy has number tokens. I'm just intrigued by it. I like the art. It looks so nice. It looks like a world where I want to be in. I want to know more about this world when I see this art, and um, that is actually a good thing. Look at this creature. These are some adventures that didn't come to play. They're ready for action. You have these. I'm getting goosebumps really because this is really cool. And it has this big box which holds everything. And it says learn as you go. 15 minutes. Start playing within 15 minutes of opening the box. This is. I need to call some games just to get this one. Yeah, this is cool. And the art looks. Look at this. If I didn't know better, I thought this was Vincent Dutray. Is it? But then the characters doesn't. Is it? And the thing is, this is like. Look, it looks like if you put the books together, it has a drawing. I think these are all the campaigns that you can do, all the adventures. So this is quest one. And they have two, three, no, three, four, five, six, until like a high number. Uh, it has also this storybook, all these cards, all these chests. Everything looks great. Oh, so it's like a welcome scenario. I think this thing here. It's really nice. So just before, I think I'm gonna check if this is Vincent the Trey artwork. No. Oh, maybe there are more. Let me just check. No, no Vincent the Trey, but there's some. Oh, maybe someone that's studied with the trade for art. I don't know. It looks amazing. So that are my picks. And I hope I get King 5 for Santa. I like to think from all the games, I think I really want this one the most. If I get one game from Santa, I think it would be this one. Oh, it looks amazing. I should get more adventure games. So, what do you think of my picks? Like and subscribe for more content. There are I think some more videos coming out, but we're getting closer to Christmas and Christmas vacation coming up. I'll see you when I see you, and after this series, I'm gonna be back in January for some more stuff in the new year. I have some plans if I get if I get everything going, but for now, I wish you a Merry Christmas and see you in the next video. Bye bye.